I know it's not dubbed as the Cody Killer, but I'm going to call it the Cody Killer. For you guys that are out there that's looking for something that's so solid, one-time payment, you get everything. Stay tuned, I'm about to show you this thing. As you guys can see, what comes with the box is the Bluetooth remote, the box, the user instructions, and the VSeeBox V3 Pro unit. It also comes not pictured with the HDMI cable and a power supply. And for those tech savvy, this is an Android 11 TV system that it has the chipset AM Logic 905Y4, which enables HDR 10-bit at 8K at 60 frames per second. It also has a brand newly designed Bluetooth remote. It uses 64 gigabytes of flash memory. It also uses the quad-core 64-bit ARM Cortex A53 CPU. The GPU is the MAL G31 MP2. It has 4 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. It has 64 gigabytes of internal flash memory. Of course, the video encoding is H.26. Your video output, of course, is HDMI 2.1. That maxes out at 8K at 60 frames per second. The wireless connectivity, it's got a new Wi-Fi card built into it that is Wi-Fi 6 enabled. You can also connect this with a LAN port using the RJ45 interface. You can also connect a USB flash drive or a USB hard drive up to 2 terabytes to store video files or MP3 files for playback. And now on to the good part. This is the beginning of the boot of the box itself. As soon as you power it up, this is exactly what you're going to see. It's going to present you with the VSeeBox VC We Enjoy Together screen. And this is the first boot up. Now again, keep in mind that we're not able to show any copyrighted content because of YouTube policies, and there's no other place that I know that we can actually show any copyrighted content. But the boot up on this is quite nice. I actually was pretty impressed even just by the boot screen. It's actually a pleasant view. But we're going to keep going here as it boots on. This is like in real time too, so of course we're going to select English. We're going to actually come in here and we're going to program the remote. It's all pretty self-explanatory. It's not too complicated as you go through the actual unit itself setting it up. So as we go ahead and we're going to get the remote programmed. Now it's actually programmed. We're going to go on in. Of course we're going to select English because that's my language. Our video output is 4K. We're going to have to adjust the screen size, of course. Let's go the right way. All right, we got that. Let's go. We're going to select, we're on Eastern time, so we're going to select that. And we are connecting with Wi-Fi. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up. You can use an Ethernet cable at this point. Okay, so now we're presented after the Wi-Fi setup with our disclaimer where they're not responsible for your use of what you're going to do with the box. We're going to agree to that. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to say it's ready to rock and roll, man. We're starting ready to use the box now. We're going to instantly drop down into the second column and download Heat Live. Now remember guys, I can't show any copyrighted content while this is installing. And just keep that in mind. I might have to blur out quite a bit, but there's a lot of stuff here. So we'll kind of go over that right here in a second. We got to allow access to everything. And I don't know if you all noticed how fast that loaded once it hit. But it loaded instantaneously and we're on Wi-Fi. Keep that in mind. I guess it depends on your internet connection, you know how stable your internet is. So far I have had this box for maybe 5 days, 6 days, and I've had nothing but just good things to say about it. Now of course this is starting from the very beginning to show you exactly how it worked because I wanted to have hands-on with this before I endorse this product at all. Now again, with this product, from me talking to the main company, because the guy that I was sponsored by, because I was sponsored for this product, the guy that sponsored me for this is the direct manufacturer of this product, so he's like right at the source. So it gets lifetime over-the-air updates, and you can see there through the channels that there's so many. It's like Now this is only on the live TV side. This isn't just all the box does. I'll go through that here in a moment. Again, remember there's going to be a lot of blurring that happens, but there's a ton of TV channels for anybody. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're in. It doesn't matter what country you're in. As long as you have an internet connection and you set this box up with a Wi-Fi or an Ethernet, you're ready to rock and roll. But this thing just had so much in it that I spent the first night 4 to 5 hours just scanning through things so I would get a little more familiarized where I could just find something to give me some source of entertainment. And I did run a lot of tests with the live TV feature. I probably spent most of my time inside the live TV feature. And I know a lot of people are now into streaming and stuff. And I'll show you guys that too here in a little while. And there was a piece that I left out that I really wish that I would have showed you all. And I'll talk about that a little later. But that shows you how many channels that this thing has. Now we're going to scroll over. I'm going to go ahead and download the video area. This is the Heat VOD. This is the area where you get all of your on-demand video features, or one of the on-demand video features. So we're going to let that download install. And just in case you're wondering, these things, you cannot download these applications to any other device other than the device that it was designed to be on. So don't even think you can do it, because they've got it figured out. You can't do that. This is an area where you can see you have movies and TV series. It goes from the newest to all action, adventure, animation, comedy, but you can look and see there's just so much. Like, if you have the time and you're someone who enjoys just entertainment, this is perfect. You got crime, documentary, drama, family, fantasy. I mean, there's a whole slew of just things for the family. I don't care if you don't have a family. If you just wanted to stay busy watching movies, I mean, that's all here for you. I did several searches for just random things. There's some that's theatrical. There's a lot of things that's very new releases to even this year, all the way to westerns. I don't really know what else to say other than there's a ton of stuff in this device. And again, guys, I wish I could show you all the copyrighted stuff, but I can't. But we're jumping into the TV series area. And it's just like the movies. There's tons of all new stuff in here. I know it's all going to be blurred out. Like I said, we have to stay in compliance in order to be able to bring content like this to people. But trust me, there's tons and tons of stuff on here from all walks of life. I mean, it doesn't matter if you live in the city and you want to see city type shows, or it doesn't matter if you live in the countryside and you want to see westerns, romance, news, music. If you got kids you're trying to entertain at home, this would be perfect for that scenario. Okay, so now we're going to move on with the Heat VOD Ultra. Now the Heat VOD Ultra, it has a different set of top tier platforms, like from your main streamers. Like, I can't really say them here, but everything from A to Z, from subscription type streaming services, for their movies, for their TV series, and so on. This is going to be quite blurry because I can't show everything other than the outlining of the actual box unit itself. So there's a lot of heavy concealment here to keep within copyright guidelines of YouTube where this is being broadcast. But trust me, there's a ton of content in here from all these hard providers that everybody pays monthly for. And like I said, with this box, you don't have to pay that monthly anymore. So now let's take a moment and look at the TV series area. Same scenario here, same top tier providers. A lot of content. Of course, a lot of things are having to load in, but there's a lot of content here, and what you would expect from those providers. And this next area is the backup by Heat, and what this is, it allows you to go back 7 days off of live TV, and if you've missed something, you can go back and watch it. So we're not going to go into too much detail with that, but it does work, and it works great. So I will say that. So we're going to move on back. We're going to look here. You can see that it has all the basic things as well that an Android box brings to the table. Like you can do Netflix, YouTube, sign in to your Disney Plus if you like, Miracast settings. You can restart the setup if you wish. But it also has its own market that's where you can get a lot of extras that you can't find in the normal Google Play. And of course, to be in compliance, I can't show those here, but they're here. Well, guys, that kind of wraps it up for me. Hopefully this described this really well to you guys, just in case you didn't know what this is. Maybe you didn't even know a thing like this really existed. Well, now you do. Check out the link below in the video description. It links directly to the manufacturer's website to purchase, as well as our affiliation code that's going to give you a 10% off discount when you do place the purchase. Hopefully this helps you guys. Y'all have a wonderful day and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think.